Well, hello everyone. It's Frank again on the flight deck. We are sitting here at ESSA in Arlanda in Sweden, Stockholm, sorry. And we are heading off today to Hammerfest, the northernmost airport in the world. So we're about to get underway. Before we go, I'd like to show you a few little things I've done. First of all, I've got myself a cheat sheet today. I'll put a copy of this up on the video before we go. And all it is a little cheat sheet with our name on the top, the aircraft, the registration number, our airport from and our airport to. The form is not finished yet. I'm still in the process of making it, but it's got things like our heights. So now I can just go straight through off this piece of paper, which I do all the research before we leave anyway. Gee, it's hammering down out there. It's raining. Yeah, so it's got things like that. It's got our ILS frequencies there. Our heading. So our heading towards the final airport, ATIS in both airports, and then nav along the way, so all our nav points along the way for our navigation radios, and then length of the runway, distance to the particular airport, and in particular, just on today's flight, our length of runway at Hammerfest is 2,887 feet, which is technically too short for a 737. So getting it down and on the deck there is going to be quite a feat. Even our lowest speed, we're going to have to drop that, probably come in at low 30s, 130s. So we'll see how we go. 40 degrees flaps, of course. So yeah, we'll see how we go. But that's a great little handy cheat sheet that I've got now. I'll be doing one of those for each flight that we do. So at the moment I'm going to get us underway. Get that. So at the moment I'm going to get us underway. So we'll bring up our drop box. And our flight plan. We'll have some power first. Get some IRS alignment going on. Pumps on. Window heats on, and APU bleed on, and our weights. .4, so we got 3.9. 3.8 in each of them. This is 7.6, so 3.7 tons of fuel. Gives us exactly 7.4, which is close enough to our release. So, as per usual with our flights here, I'll shut that up. As per usual with our flights here, what I'll do is I'll go through, set up the flight deck, and then when we're ready to to push back, I'll come back with the video and we'll take it off from there. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. So we're back now, ready to roll. Our strip that we're heading on is across to the right here, so let's get going. It is teeming down out there. If we'd have gone through and finished off our starter. I love the reflections on this runway, on this taxiway. It's fantastic. Look at our cheat sheet and see what our first ATIS, our first nav is. WA, which is 348, and it's an NDB. Might dodge that one. Go to the next one. HMR 112.6. Here's 112.6. So that's our first nav point, HMR. Runway 26. Before takeoff checklist. Attendant notification. Transponder is on. Our packs are set. Our bleeds are set. APU is off. Recall. Okay, we have a flight control situation. Reflection. No problems there. Boilers are fine. Still have a flight control. go. It was an auto brake. Okay, so we are good to roll. Stable, Toga. Ah, this is why. Let's try that again. Okay, we have speed taper live. 80 knots cross check. And a V1 rotate. Positive rate, gear up. VNAV. Wow, look at that. Flaps 1. A bit of overcast there. Checklist, our pressurisation, is good. Start switches over to flight. Our APU is off. Flaps are up, no lights, lights off. Tell the girls. That was our nav point at HMR. You can see it coming up now off to our right. So our next waypoint there now after HMR is ESSA 112.25. There's our 10,000 over the standard. There's no, must be a fair way up. Oh, there we go. Just broke out of the clouds. So I've had a few people ask me how much of the sim is real, and by that they mean are there any parts in the sim that are from a real aircraft? Well, actually yes. If you have a look at my seats, they are from the real thing. You can see that the arms fold away, they are from the real aircraft, and I have fully refurbished these seats. The rails are from AeroSim Solutions in Western Australia. Gwyn, who makes fabulous gear for this sims. My yokes there are from a real aircraft, real 737. My overhead here is real 737 overhead. These lights are from the real thing, as are the Grimes lights on the side of the sim here. You can see they've even got serial numbers, so that's all from the real thing. Gwyn manufactured the pedals for me. The throttle, of course, is a CFY throttle from Germany. Most of the other parts are FDS, as in the shell. The liners, of course, are all FDS, and I put glass in all my windscreens, so give it a little bit more realistic touch. The next project I'll be doing after I shut down here and do my maintenance will be putting windscreen wipers on. I've actually got real NG blades, and I'll be manufacturing the arms to go with them. So yeah, that's a quick roundup of what's real and what isn't real. The rear overhead is a manufactured one, but gauges are all SimWorld gauges, beautiful gauges, look just like the real thing. And I also have a mixture of Fly-Illusion gauges, like this gauge here, very, very expensive gauge. And the gauges in my MIP are also Fly-Illusions as well. MCPs, sorry, CDUs, they're from FDS. So there is a lot of money involved in this sim, and it's taken me 3 years to build it, in case people hadn't seen the start of the sim. But I'm pretty happy with it. I'm still doing tests with my graphics, and hopefully I'll come up with something a little bit better than what I've got at the moment in the very near future. So there you go, just a quick wrap up of what's happening here, and we'll be back real soon when we're on our descent phase and heading back down. So we're in our descent phase. We're heading towards our next waypoint, which is BAREG, Barreg. We do a right hand bank from there, head straight up to Ipapo, Inson, CLO5, FFO5, 40 LOC, MLO5Z, and then our runway. So we're getting awful close. We just about see the airport from here. We've got to go over these bunch of islands and drop down, but it's still a fair ways up the road there. Still got 20, 50, 100, probably about 120 miles to go. So we'll come back when we're a little bit closer. We'll just go through and get ourselves set up for a descent. Well, I've pretty well done that. So lights are on, shuttle crew, and yeah, we're pretty well set up for descent. So I'll come back a little bit later when we're closer to a landing. So we're now at 7,200 feet. Our next waypoint will be at 4,600 feet. We're only about 35-40 miles out. 40 something miles, I'd say, away. So we're getting pretty close. And doing a slight left-hand bank after a few waypoints here to get on our 10-mile final. Still no sign of the localizer yet. There's the beeper for it. Also have the ATIS selected for Hammerfest, but it's not coming up yet either. Nope. We've been in the air an hour and 30 minutes now. Some beautiful scenery here around Hammerfest. Orbits have done another brilliant job again. Miles to Ensign. Have a bit of a look on my map, see how far we actually do have to go. We're in Norway now. So the little island jutting out here is where Hammerfest is, so we're getting awful close. So I'm going to intervene here with speed, and I'm going to drop it down to about 200. Keep that speed down. Okay, we have an active Fly-Elise, I believe. Giving us a DME of 13 miles. So we might put the gear down, slow us down a little bit. Gear down through green. Let's go through a before landing checklist. Speed brake. Set to armed. Landing gear is down. Flaps. We'll take a degree of flaps to start with. Try 1780. Looks like she's locked onto the localizer. Looks like we're a little bit high too. Strip dead ahead. Got it coming in as slow as possible. 125. I don't know whether it'll get down that low. Not going to do an auto land for us, unfortunately. Yeah, we're landing. That was not a good landing either, unfortunately. You can see this has got a sloped runway, and I think what happened was we hit that right at the very end there, which sort of slowed the aircraft right down. So anyway, at least we got down. Engine off. So we are at Hammerfest, people. So our next flight will be from here down to Katowice, I think, which is in Poland. Drzeżewski scenery, so we'll see how we go with that. So until next time, bye for now.